Okay, and we are live. So, does anyone have any questions over what I just discussed? It really sucks. It really does. It shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, basically they're trying to I had a in key short when Apex crashed. I was testing the system. It turned into a 70.3 contract trade, and they basically have lost it. So I'm having to go back and forth to get it. Is my camera on? I didn't even know it was on. My bad. Usually I have the hair up too. Hold on. Here, I won't scare everybody. It takes a ton of bandwidth. Hold on one second. Yes, in my spare time, I'm a hippie. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so all I was doing was testing my entry system, right? It was supposed to, they were 4 point stops, 5 point stops, and it just locked when I hit it. The thing locked. Anyways, I went through it earlier, Randy, but basically the system locked. I couldn't get out. By the time I sent the flatten all, the trade was already up 70 points on 3 contracts, and somehow they've managed to screw me out of it. Even with this today, that it's still screwed up because if you look at this, if you look at the dome, look, the dome shows me minus 135 points, right? Or whatever that is, saying daily I don't know why it says DPL, but it says daily P&L. I guess it's not points, but dollars, right? $135. But if you look, the actual P&L is after commissions $75.32. So it's still messed up even now. Like it's just messed up. So it's okay. I'll get it fixed. I'm just not happy about it. So, but long story short, they'll fix it. I'll go back and forth. I have the physical proof that I had the trades and the flat, and that I had to hit the flatten button, et cetera, et cetera. And we'll see what happens from there. And either way, but bottom line is this: I know that Apex pays. I know their system's faulty, right? But I know that it pays. And here's the deal: if they, if they want to try to screw me out of the trade right now, today, they screw me out of 40,000. It's all right. I'll double the goal. I'll take 3 million or 4 million out of them, whatever. I'll take $3 or $4 million out of them. So I just can't let them affect my trade plan or my game. It's so critically important, and I let it slip into me being in a victim position, and I've got to get back. And instead, I'm in the driver's seat. I'm in the driver's seat because I have a process they can't beat, right? I've got a process they can't beat. They're betting that there's guys like me. They only let you do three accounts, Brian. So Top Step is undoubtedly better, but they don't let you do 20 accounts. So you got to work that much harder to get the $1 million. So, and I trade my own account. I trade 3 accounts, and I can't just do a fourth, right? So the whole point of this is to prove that you can get the $1 million and take it out of them, right? And so the goal was obviously don't make 100 points a day. I mean, I'm fine if you can make 100 points a day, but that's not the goal, right? I tripped into that. But I have had days where I've up, 30, 40, 50 points across 20 contracts. 20 accounts is not unusual, wouldn't be unusual, especially once if we can get the VIX up a little bit. So, long story short, I will get it fixed. I'll keep pursuing it, but whether the attitude is what's important. If they screw me on this, I'll take it out of them 10 times over, right? I can't let this one thing affect my trading, and I almost did, right? So it shouldn't devolve into, is there a problem? There's obviously a process for resolution going back and forth. I've documented, and I have the evidence on my side where I show the entries, the exits, and all the pieces that I did, right? So the point behind this was this morning around 5 a.m., right? Because I expected to get up and see my accounts fixed, right? I went on tilt. I went on tilt to the tune of $1,000, right? So that's $20,000 I was willing to blow out because someone else pissed me off. That's not right, right? My response should be, fine. You can screw me here. I'm going to stick it to you 10 times harder. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to follow a process. But I didn't. I just started trading, right? I just started going, well, I guess this will reverse. Hold on. Yeah, that's true, Ed, but this wasn't that situation. I had a pattern of taking trades throughout that, in and out. So if they screw me, they screw me. But either way, I'll get them back. So um, that's fine if they want to do that. Yeah, so Ed wrote, news trading, chasing the market, taking advantage of breakouts with no system, morning opening, any attempt for windfalls without following the strict set systemic trading strategy that traded normal day to day in the account is prohibited, right? And any amounts accumulated during prohibited times of trades will be removed. Well, that's great. This trade took place after the Fed meeting had started, right? It was I opened the trade 4 minutes till 2 o'clock, and the conference. And as to my understanding, he had already stopped speaking, or the conference was well underway. So that isn't that. And if they want, but even if they take it away from me, that's okay. I'm still going to resolve. I'm just going to make it a personal march to 4 million instead of a march to 1 million. I will take it out of their hide. So, and they can't stop me, right? As long as I stay on process, they really can't stop me. I know I can pretty much pull I can pull $300 to $1,000 systemically out of this. And once I get these things past their drawdown, I'll just bump them to 4 and 5 contracts and take the money that way. So at any rate, the rest is a distraction, right? Yeah, agreed, Bill. So the rest is a distraction. Let's stay focused. We're opening up. If you look, we're opening in range, right? Below yesterday's IB. So we're going to use the 5-minute IB to set up, right? And then we are going to follow process. So on the 50 cent, a lot of people, because I'm focused on trying to make this 25-cent chart work, a lot of people are getting distracted. A lot of people are getting distracted on that they have to trade the 25 cent. You don't. The 50 cent works just fine. Oh, no, thanks, Bill. Let's make sure. Okay, that's it. Click. There we go. So does that match you now, Bill? Guys, does that match? Randy, does that match? And then let's look at econ. I won't be doing any trading till probably 9 o'clock. At least 8:45 at minimum. Okay, thank you, Bill. I have February 1st. I have 3 days. I don't know what else to say. Reload, recalculate. U.S. ISM manufacturing PMI 845 and S&P manufacturing PMI and U.S. ISM PMI 9 o'clock. So easy way to avoid any kind of unnecessary drama. Wait till 9:05. And that's what I intend to do. Cool. And I intend to have a profitable day, just like most of my other days. All right. Any questions? Let's just get on process. And I apologize for the distraction. I'm gonna go get my cup of coffee real quick. Left in the house. And we'll go from there. But yeah, I'm pissed. Still, I'll get it fixed. The best way to get revenge is to kick someone else's ass at their own game. So that's what I'll do. If I must. Sorry. Hey Ron, I'm not talking. I'll be right there. I had to go get a cup of coffee. There we go. Nice noise. Oh, right over there. Oh, this ain't even more.
That's okay, I have a cord.
Oh, good. So this is a long cord. Okay. Treasure behind you, sweetheart. Okay. And we're being joined by my lovely wife. A few minutes this morning. Let's get our ES fixed up. Where's my number bars? ES. There we go. So just into rhythm again. Frustrated with the they're kind of fixes it all. There we go. So here's the pink. So again, remember when you get that pink bar, it's an attempt to turn momentum, right? So you're now looking for the algos over here to set you up for your entry, right? And we have big econ at both 15 after the open and half an hour after the open. So coming up, we've established the initial balance. Again, just to get a rudimentary idea of where we are inside prior day's range, about the mid of the range, right? This is peak fed, peak fed on both ends of the corner. They set the high and the low, and so we'll see if we just sit here and fill in the gap from the poorly traded area, and then again we'll establish the 5-minute support resistance zone. First resistance up is 17,369, followed by 17,421, then prior day's high, and below we have 232, 203, and 69 to 59, and we'll just kind of go from there. Again, my trades when I take them will show up over here on the 25 cent. My goal is to roll that 25 cent into a 50-cent trade, right? Haven't quite done that yet, but I will. And we'll see where we are in 2 minutes. Oh, and by the way, the 5-day moving average is sitting at 17,096. You might want to put that down on your calendar. Just create a zone down there for us at 17,096. So we'll just call it 01 to 90, right? Well, that's weird. Oh, I see. to see where she goes. Looks like we're getting decent rotations. I may, I'll see if I get a shot at taking any of these trades. What I can do, we're plus 85 on the day. What is this mine? Tight balance again. This is wrong. Sorry. This is still the thing left over from yesterday. It's still messed up. And we're about to enter that 10-minute window. Again, I'm just going to have to wait till 9 o'clock. See if something sets up. Yes, rolling down a little bit. Still inside its IB. So we're above, the easiest way to remember is we're still above that 5-day moving average. The stretches to the upside can be significant, right? So we're hoping for pushes down to trap sellers until such time as that changes. It's going to be POC over POC up on the 50 cent. However, we're right in front of Econ, so I do not care to get chopped up, so I'll just wait. Starting to grind to the downside a little bit. Again, inside a tight range. Inside the IV. No one's established control. Three minutes till Econ, testing IB low. Inside day after a big down day would not be unusual. The PA is slow again. Minutes till Econ. down she rolls. So see how you got those 4 bars along? Now you want a pink bar on the right hand side before you take any trades. We've established orthodox close below initial balance low, so now resistance is 95 to 35. And I would give it a minute or two to settle out. I'm looking for a pink bar on the 24 before I start looking for trades. Now I've got it. Again, we're really not in any kind of location other than, yeah. It just doesn't show up. Again, we're bouncing right off that IB low, which you would expect rejection out of that area in general. And you'd figure a retest back down would be reasonable. So context is sellers and overall control intraday, inside prior day's range, and we usually get balance on the second day after a big down day like that. So we'll see what sets up. Not much in the way of sellers. Not yet. They're not fast to the downside is what I mean. Yes, hanging out at its IB low, and Q at its IB low. No one particularly wanting to do anything one way or the other. It did happen very fast. One of the things I'm trying to balance is, do the locations on the chart matter or just the data? And I think it's just the data, right? Push back up to the mid. And that was also supernova too, so I would expect rejection out of this area. Like the dot's down in this. It's a 1 contract trade, but on that 50 cent, the dot's down. Once you've established underneath, you usually get traction to the downside. That's a 16-point stop, so just cut trade size. Or use the little, the chart over there to put you into the trade, one of the two. But you gotta remember, when we're like this is when we get that short stop, short stop, short stop price action, right? So yep, I agree, Randy. The problem is we're running over several different pieces, but the bottom line is we're in the middle of the range from yesterday. So I don't have a clear read, so I'm just waiting. And once I feel like I have a rhythm of some sort, I'll go attack it. I would have liked to have been long, obviously, in hindsight. So see how I know this bar will be down, right? So that's where I want to start to look to attack if I get a down bar over here with an algo, or take this with one contract, one of the two. But I'll wait it out. Ah, there was the star. See if they'll let me have a second chance. See what I mean by entry, short, zzz, right back up, right? That's why I'm still waiting. That'll be a star to star trap at 20 cents. 22 would be next. Now not doable. Just, yeah. Now I'll have to wait for a purple bar to set up if I want to short, or I'll just have to wait for it to pull back and set me up again. I hate this diddle in the middle thing. Coming up to test the highs. However, I did not sit there and go, it's short, we're going to tank, which is very nice. And now, even if I wanted to short, I'd wait for a purple bar to show up on that 24 tick. But what I don't have is two-sided quick action anymore. Like, this has just gone into a grind. If we break this IB high, target is at 17,368. And the cool thing is, see, when I was talking to Ed about this yesterday, this is all right on this rejection. It's a quick short, but you really want this to push into the meat of it. Then the dots down out of here, reject. This will be a trap, by the way, potential super trap off the top here. If it closes back in, it looks like it's gone on rails, however. Where's Globex high? Where's Globex high? Yeah, I didn't take it. I screwed it up. I should have been long right here. It would have been this right here after the pink bar, the first orange dot up. So see that? Now it's the first pink bar up. I just hesitated because it was right below IB low, and yeah. Well, I'm just telling you guys, look, the formula, if you go do the math, it's pink bar, first orange dot up, rolls you to the upside. Really, it's the next three bars up, right? The next three dots up inside that channel. So I just misread. That's all. That's a whole lot better than I'm going to fight this thing all the way through. Like, that's a victory for me right there, especially considering how agitated I was to start the day. How long have you stayed today? Okay. See if you get a star and a star on that on a trap, especially on the short side, right? You tag that 63 and then trap back into that star. Could make for a nice short. I'm referencing this right here. Still no purple bar there to the right. Come in, stop that out, get above, close back in for the move to the downside. Imagine everyone who came in bearish yesterday, or from yesterday into today, and once again, drive. Hey Sean, it was after econ, 2 minutes after. I thought the trade was hard just because it was underneath IB low, but we're now established buyers in overall control, so whatevers. I can wait out the market longer as long as I need to get the good trade, so I'm cool with that. My guess now is that 17,363 to 17,777 to the upside. That's not exactly a hard call. I will fire for a scalp to the long side here if it fires against that IB high on the 25 cent. It's just doing it automatically, so. And it'll be quick in and out. That's the first rotation down. It didn't fire, son of a gun. Enabled, enabled. Um, is Sean, the auto trader did not fire the 25-cent one. I don't know why. I'm looking. Long enabled, time, trading times disabled. It should have fired on that star. And it didn't. So we gotta figure out why. No trade. So it's fine, we'll figure it out later. But yeah. So you can see I took the star up there, scaled it out. So it should have taken it right at the top of that star, and obviously I scaled out again, but the auto trader should have fired and it didn't. I don't know why. I'm gonna go look. Analysis studies. Where's calculated? Let's do this. Reload, recalculate. Okay, why did this not fire? Tools. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. So I'm going to have to go through and look at it. This didn't fire for some reason. So no big deal, we'll just fix it. So I'll just be manually doing it. So I'm now down $18 and $21 after my little adventure this morning. Still no purple bar over here. Yeah, and then I'd really like to trap into one of these stars for the short. And buyers, by the way, have established overall control intraday, still within yesterday's range. Balance, your target would be that 17,370 to 77 from here, which is still 30 points up. And you can see on the ES from the time that flagged, right? So the interesting thing is on the ES is can we start taking the arrows up for the upside break from there? But that's from the time it flagged. That was the upside break. And still no purple bar, which means you do not have anyone on our remotely higher time frames trying to turn momentum on this NQ or ES yet. Sean, the 25-cent one, this one, is just not entering. This one should have had entries. See that? It's just not. It's not taking any trades. It shows that it's taking trades, but it's not actually executing anything. The scalper one. It's all right. We'll just fix it later. It's just not firing. I can't. Let's just not get out of the flow. We don't have enough time to fix that and trade well. So let's opt for the trade well. That's going to be star to star at 40.25. I'm at 40.50 on that. If this closes back in here, starting to start off a very small time frame. So now it'll be star stopped at 45. It's the same entry over here on the 25 cent. Star got wicked out, so I'm looking for 40.25 for the entry. Star to star usually shoots it to the other side. Now you can't get it over here. I'm at 30.50 now. We'll see how ill-advised that is. Filled 30.50. Stop goes 7 points, but I got filled at 31. 31 minus 7, 30. Just call it 24. Oh, that's not right. Something's wrong here. Damn, I know what's wrong. Stops at 24. Watch for the trap back into the star at 35.25 at IB high. It looks like I may not get this one. Nope. Well, that didn't stop me yet, but I guess it's coming back to do that. Stop me. And I'm fine with that. It's exactly how that's supposed to work. Filled at 18. Out at 23. Still puts me down on the day minus 114 net. That will not be a trap on anything, by the way. And there's no orange dot there, so there's no need to try to push that. I'll look for a trap back into this star over here at the bottom. We're back into the range, there's just no dot up. Tasia, I'm having to do it all manually again. It's 6 points, but I'm just having to manually run it around, so I'm just having to operate fast. And I didn't have two DUMs up, so when I put the stop in, it put another client order in. So I'm just going to do it manually. So it's going to vary, because I'm just going to fly through the chart. So no changes, just normal 1 bar stops is what it's supposed to be. I need this chart, duplicate chart, no attached orders, M, settings, allocation of trade account. Really? Okay, I'll fix this. So in that little sequence, I still ended up losing some money. Settings. Okay, no child client. On this one, let's see what the problem is. Remove, stop. 6 times 4 is 28. So we'll just do 30. Chart, settings, main, views. They now have one entry, one stop. One for entry and one for exit on the domes. Is it 24? Oh, sorry. Miscalculated. Set the stop to 26 ticks. There we go. So that's 260 per 2 contracts, right? Pink bar again to the upside. Sun pushes down. I'm looking for the orange dots up. Again, I think that 17,368 gets tested. It's unfortunate we didn't get a dot here because all I was trying to do is bleed this entry into this bar and the dot just never showed up. As a matter of fact, when you get the white dot all alone, usually it fails by itself. You have to get underneath 17,336. Look how committed that guy is right there. Like, he's your strongest buyer. This is your strongest seller. If you get behind this strongest seller, behind the point of control here, that should be enough juice to push him up. Again, even if I end up with a down day, that's acceptable, but even if not desirable, then I just keep adjusting to that. Star up there, so you'd watch for a potential star trap up. You know, I just don't see the shorts having much oomph unless we're just on total balance where we keep sweeping that little area over and over. There we go. See, as soon as you got behind him, see that? He had to come in. He was trying to defend. All right, my guess is backside test of him, and he pushes back off again. There's a test of the Globex high. And that wasn't a very fun sequence. That's okay. Beautiful move to the upside. Bears got smoked. I wish I could have done that better. Still too much juggling going on in here. Let's try this one. I'll try this other one and see if it'll take it. Let's go. Into resistance. Holding off on my longs now. We've hit my primary target, which was that 68 to 72. I didn't get set up very well for it, but it hit the target, so we'll see what's next. Super trap, by the way, back into a star. So I will attempt my short entries. Oh, I didn't get it. It missed it. It's back in, but it's not perfect. It's not one bar. So I'm just testing. I switched to another algo that I had for entry. I'm just testing to see if it'll enter or not. So just a heads up on that. If you see it pop all of a sudden in with a short there. But look, the price action overall is not very enticing. This is just straight up and go, right? So don't go, oh, this is fantastic. I should be making millions of dollars. It's just slow. Back up against Club X high. Normally you'd press that as a short, but man, we're in a whack market where it's all down one day and just we go to trend up the next day. That one long was pretty nice. What a snowmobile day. Guys, the price action on a 0 to 10 ranks a 1. This is really pretty bad. Okay, for 9:38 in the morning. As much as we want to make money, you don't have to sit here and force it and chop. For whatever reason that it's on total hold, it will break. But what you cannot do is sit there and force it to do what it will not do. It will get better, there will be good trading, but you can't force it when it's not available. Tasia, what are you shorting, brother? There's been no setups. What are you trading? Are you shorting? No problem. It's all right. It doesn't matter. Just, it's not horrible. Okay. Okay, so I wasn't criticizing you. My tone wasn't quite right, right? But yeah, no, I hear you. The PA has to be moving up and down briskly for this stuff to fire, right? So yeah. Anyways, now I feel awkward. My wife jumped all over me. She says I'd be a terrible therapist. What'd you do that for? That's fine. Thanks, Dan. Oh. See, I couldn't get that thing set up. Look at that. So slow. But good decision, Deja, on the chill out until we get PA to open up a little bit here. Now we'll turn this off. Studies. I'll turn this one on. Yep. We'll see what she does. Maybe now the shorts will be enabled. Ha! I'll share that with the room. Where's my phone?
That was your phone.
Oh, it was?
That was your phone.
I just sent it to myself. Non-trading related, guys. Watching for that star to possibly get trapped back to the long side and to the top of London. Again, I have this auto trader enabled in case it's sets up. lack thereof. I agree with that, Ed. We're about to enter the 9:50 to 10 o'clock chop shop hour, so trade there at your own risk, high risk, whatever you want to call it. Star down, star up. That's going to be star into star. If that closes at 45.25, I'm at 37.75. Damn it, it didn't execute again. This isn't working. See if they'll give me another shot at it. $39 versus 33. I think I'm a little bit high on that. I try to snack it on the backside, so I may just be wrong. Stopped. That sucked. This isn't working. Just gonna get rid of it. What an oddball ass market. Puts me down 300 on the day. And misexecutions cost me. Stay on process. It's not star into anything, but it's tweezer's bottom on star. That's a stop at 15. You have to adjust that stop to a stop at 15.25. And it's in the freaking 9:50 time frame. If I get stopped on that, I'll just wait till after 10 o'clock. I'm gonna get stopped. No way that survives. Pause. I'm taking a walk. I'll be back. That just frustrates the shit out of me. I hate this slow PA because then it busts out just like that. Now that's star into star trap. I've got to take it. I've got to follow the sequence. Is there someone speaking and I'm just unaware of it? I'm taking a walk. That sucked. The whole sequence sucked.